I am feeling it, guys. I am under stress. Now, this is all part of the program. I knew that this was going to happen. I am trying to get everything here set up so I can move Ohio wood burner to the new wood yard. But I have to get all this wood processed, and then I also am running a firewood delivery service at the same time. I have to get this stacked. This is going to be going in the first in, first out system for my restaurants. This is mostly maple. But I also have firewood that I have to get delivered. And today I got a bundle order that's got to go out to a grocery store. So come on over this way and I'll show you. This is what I got going. I got to make bundles. And here is where my mind is, guys. At the new wood yard, I have electricity. But is the electricity where I need it all the time? And I am not sure about that. If I want to wrap bundles, am I going to have to get the world's largest extension cord? Or will I be moving this thing all around the yard through that gravel lot to get this into position? Well, you know, there is technology out there that can help me out. You have seen these on my channel before, but here is a new one that I'm going to try out. This is the Grecell, these portable power stations. And I really think that these can play a big role in the new wood yard, you know, with my lights, with my cameras, powering the firewood wrapper, and man, they're just so convenient. And we have already seen how one of these can power my firewood wrapper, but let's give the Grecell a tryout. This is the box that it came in, and here is the specifications. I'll let you guys see these. You know the culture of Ohio wood burner. I'm not in the numbers. But here you go. These power stations are really cool, guys, and they all have their own specifications. But from my experience, and I've gotten into solar because I think solar is pretty interesting. The key things to pay attention to if you're looking to get one of these would be the inverter, you know, the size, which in this case it's 1,000 watts. But look for the pure sine wave inverter, especially if you're going to be powering your laptop or electronic devices. I think for the electric motor on the wrapper, it's not that big of a deal. But when you're dealing with sensitive electronics, your television, maybe your refrigerator, I don't know, you want to look for that pure sine wave inverter. Come on over here. So this is it. It's not real big. This is that lithium ion battery. And what is so cool about this one, you have your AC outputs, so you can plug in your electrical devices, but it also has the USB outputs and that C charger for your cell phones. I think that's really cool. And then it's also got that cigarette lighter adapter for DC power. The other thing Grecell sent me is the solar panel, guys. And this is portable, and that's what I'm thinking of, guys, for the new wood yard. I can have these portable power stations. I got solar chargers. I can just set these out in the sun, plug them in, and let the thing charge up. When I need my electrical power, I got my electrical power. Of course, it's not going to work great today because it's a little cloudy outside, but that's the Ohio that we all know and love. I have bundles to get wrapped, and we're going to power the machine with the Grecell T1000, and let's put it to work and let's see how it goes, guys. I guess the first thing I need to turn it on, so we'll hit the power. I've had this setting out in the sun, charging with the solar panels, and it's almost 100% charged. And I think to get this to work, you have to turn on your AC output. So we push that button, and then we plug in the machine. Here's the thing, guys. I don't do a lot of product reviews on my channel, but I'll do them if they're relevant. And certainly a power station is relevant. I have the same ground rules for every product that I've ever put on this channel. And that is, I am going to be honest and I'm going to give my personal review. And that is the way I have found the people at Grecell. They have been very easy to work with. And you would think that that would be the case for every company out there that's looking for a YouTube channel, but I'm here to tell you that's not accurate. I have had other products that were interested, but then they, for instance, there was this tool company, and man, I could use some of those battery-powered impact guns. You know, those work really good with my trailers and taking tires off these machines. But then they came with this big long list of what I had to say, and that they had to approve the video before I could put it up. And I said, you know, the deal's off, man. And that's just the way I am with this channel. If I'm going to show a product, I am going to give you my honest observation. If I think it's a turkey, I'm not going to be rude about it. I'll still be honest about it. But, you know, I think every tool has its strengths and its opportunities. You know, things that it's good at, things that it's not so good at. And that is the way I see my role when I show products on my channel. That I am going to show you how it works and how it works for me. Maybe if you can see how it works for me, you can make your own opinions on if it's going to be something that can work for you. But I do know that Grecell never once said, Joe, here are the bullet points and you must say these things in your review. Didn't do it. They never asked me to send them the video before I can put it up, you know, and there are other companies out there that are like that, I'm here to tell you. So that is the ground rules for the channel. I would not put on a product where they've come with those type of demands for me. Maybe if Maserati asked me to test their new Firewood delivery vehicle, I might consider allowing them to approve the video before I put it up, but you know, that's Maserati. The other thing about Grecell, you have to watch the channels, you know, that normally review these kind of products. And I don't know, what are they? Gearheads, you know, they're into solar, they're into battery power and all. And I think that they get the same kind of tired review. Well, this one's different. How many Firewood channels are out there? We're not the biggest community out there on YouTube, but a company like Grecell would love to see how versatile their product is. And man, here it is being shown making retail firewood bundles. I think the other thing that is really good with these power stations is they're just good to have around, because especially out here where we live, the power goes out all the time. And sometimes it's just for a couple hours, but you know, it usually happens during a big rainstorm, and man, wouldn't it be nice if you had something that you can plug your sump pump into? And in this case here, boom, there you go. I don't know, and it's not that heavy. It just feels maybe like 5 pounds maybe, I'm not sure. But it is small, it's compact, and you know, it's 1,000 watt output, so you know it's going to run a refrigerator. It won't probably run it all day, but you also have solar power and solar charge on it, and you can have this being charged by the sun while you're running your refrigerator. Or if you're going out camping, and you know, you just can't go camping without electricity these days. So trust me, my mind has been racing since we decided to go forward with the new wood yard. And you know, I have 1,001 things on my mind with security, efficiency, just running the day-to-day, and power is one of the concerns. So there's electrical over there, but you know, it's a big yard, and it's going to have to, and then when you look at how expensive Romex is, oh, it just seems to make sense that you jump into one of these power stations. And at least here with the Grecell, I mean, it works. And if you can wrap firewood bundles with it, you know you should be able to run a small refrigerator, charge your cell phones, charge the cameras. It's a pretty versatile thing. This wood comes from an individual that I have that makes firewood for me. Even though I'm a firewood producer, I got big logs that I got to get made with my machine, I am still buying firewood, and I have a few individuals that make firewood exclusively for me. And when they get enough wood, I'll go out with my trailer and I bring it back. And this wood's to be stacked, but I am also getting some of this wrapped to take over to the grocery store. I still get a lot of questions on bundles, and I do believe, guys, if you are looking to get into firewood, I think you do bundles. It just makes a lot of sense. I think it is an underserved product, and I know it's underserved in your area, because if you go walk around to all your local grocery stores and hardware stores, gas stations, chances are they don't sell bundled firewood. So go out there. If you're looking to get into bundles, this is how you do it. Start shopping and go look and see what's out there. And I still think too, guys, if you're really looking to get into bundles, get yourself into a professional wrapper like this, because it does separate you from everyone else that's out there. If you're serious about going into business, I think it's your opportunity to be exceptional, be great. Don't be like everyone else. Don't cut corners. Don't take the easy right. Take the hard left and make it important for you, and separate yourself from everyone else that's doing this kind of stuff in your area. And if you're wrapping a long distance away from a power source, I guess you got a couple options. You know, they make gas-powered wrappers. But I think that would annoy me, because there's something peaceful and easy about making bundled firewood and not hearing that engine running, because you know there's a lot of downtime between when you're loading this up and when you step on the pedal. If you're looking for another way of powering it, get yourself a Grecell T1000. I mean, what the heck, it works, it powers this, and I think it would just power just about anything. 1,000 watts output, I mean, that's a lot. And this is a pure sine wave inverter, so it's safe to run with your precious electronics. But going back to that tool company, that was a disappointment, because I was really wanting those tools. I think these battery powered tools, you know, they're the real deal. And I wanted that impact gun. I'm always working on something out here, and it's just so convenient to have these things. You know, I got that battery powered chainsaw, and that was a big eye opener for me. You know, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it certainly does what it's designed to do. But gee whiz, you get these battery powered tools, and they work great. And that company, I mean, they really put their best foot forward for me, and they were going to send me just about everything I needed, which would have been great. And I would have given you guys an honest review. And then they nail me with this big long list of demands. They sent it out with all these bullet points of what you have to say, the talking points of the product. And I just told them, you know, thanks, but no thanks. And I think for you guys too, who watch our YouTube channels, I think you should always go into these videos with your eyes open, because some products, You know, they're telling the influencer what to say. Some are and some aren't. And I think too, if you really know the channel and if you trust them, I think you can tell if they're being honest about what they're showing, or if they're talking in a way that isn't the way that they normally talk. It's because they're reading off of some marketing pamphlet about all the benefits of a product. And I think my favorite video that I have ever done was that battery powered chainsaw. And I bought that myself, but had that company gave it to me, it would have been exactly the same. And I showed the video of me making that very first cut, and the reaction you saw from me was my real reaction. I mean, what the heck, it worked great. And it fits that purpose that I needed it for, which, you know, I cut 10 times when I'm loading up my live deck. I'll just cut a log in half and then that's it. And I don't have to start up a gas powered saw, and by the time it comes up to operating temperature, I could have been done cutting it with the battery powered saws. That should be a legitimate concern of yours when you see these kind of product reviews. But at least here on my channel, those are the standards until Maserati says otherwise. I don't put stuff on here when people tell me what I have to say. And that's what I liked about Grecell. I also think too, when you know a company is not telling you what you have to say, they're standing behind their product. They're confident that it's going to work and that there shouldn't be any reason to badmouth it. And that's certainly not the case here, because I think it works great. We are wrapping up this task and getting my bundles all made. And I will go ahead and give the Grecell T1000, the 1000 watt portable power station, I'll give it the Ohio wood burner thumbs up. If you have any interest in this, I will put a link in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. If you are looking for one of these things, I think you go ahead and check out the Grecell. I like it. It works, number one, but it also came with all the other adapters for all of the plugs, for the DC charge if you wanted to plug it into the cigarette lighter, if you want to plug it into the wall, or if you want to use the solar panel too. And that is it. All done. And there you go, guys. I got to get these bundles delivered. We got some bad weather coming in, but I just wanted to show you how a very simple power station like the Grecell T1000 can make your life easy when you're trying to run a firewood delivery service. I have a feeling that you're going to see a lot of this at the new woodyard, along with the solar panels, keeping this thing charged up. All right, guys, I hope everyone has a great day.